The following game is being played with History Maker Baseball Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2022, all rights reserved. If you would like to order a copy of History Maker Baseball Express, or if you would like to check out the other products offered from Play Games, please click on the link provided in the description box below. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, as we get set for Series 10, the 10th series in this project, as we welcome you to Globe Life Field for Game 1 of this best of 5-game series between the 1927 Yankees and the 2022 Texas Rangers. As you can see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, the 1927 Yankees currently lead this Gauntlet Challenge by winning 6 series and only losing 3, as the 2022 Boston Red Sox became the latest team to defeat the 1927 Yankees. Can we see another 2022 team defeat the 1927 Yankees? Let's see and find out in this series. Your pitching matchup here for Game 1 is going to be Martin Perez going for the 2022 Texas Rangers, and for the 1927 Yankees, it'll be Wade Hoyt going for the 1927 Yankees. Lineups have been exchanged at home plate, and it looks like Earl Combs is ready to step into the batter's box against Martin Perez. And let's get to it. And again, the ballpark board is homebrew, so I took it was made in PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. So, and it took one of the backdrops of Globe Life Field, and from behind home plate on the right-handed batter's box side, looking out straight at the batter's eye in deep center field. And it looks a really good stadium, not gonna lie. So if you've been to Globe Life Field before, you are going to really know this ballpark well. So as you guys can see in the ballpark setups, whenever the visitors are batting, the ballpark is going to be small. And whenever the Rangers are batting, the ballpark is going to be big. So that is the only nomenclature about this ballpark that you guys should know about. With that being said, Earl Combs is ready to start this series off with a bang. And let's get to it from Globe Life Field here in Arlington, Texas. 3-4-6. Is the pitcher not fresh? Well, again, the way that I work freshness here is 3 full fresh and 3 semi-fresh for those of you that are just joining us. And again, or if you just stumbled upon this video in the YouTube algorithm, I am glad that you clicked on this video. And if you like what you see, and per content-wise, I am glad that you will think about subscribing to the channel for future content. So with that being said, Martin Perez is fresh. Is Earl Combs a hero batter? He is a hero batter, so that is going to be a men on base result with the base running adjustment. And it looks like no adjustment will be needed as the bases are loaded full of New York Yankees. And we're going to have to refer to the decider die. No. So yeah, refer to the decider die, and it will be 3 hits for Earl Combs to kick off this game and this 10th series of the 1927 Yankees Gauntlet Challenge. And let's find out what those 3 hits are. And again, you could roll any dice that you want if you're using my optional men on base homebrew charts. But for this one, I'm going to roll the red die with a 1 or a 6 equaling a home run. 2 or a 5 is a single. 3 is a triple, and 4 is a double. A 5 is going to be a single. 2 is going to be another single. And a 1 is going to be a home run. So the 1927 Yankees take an early 1-0 lead here in this one, courtesy of the long ball by Earl Combs. We now move on to the men on base chart for Mark Koenig. And reading the black and blue dice as such of a 46, same reliever gets the strikeout. Mark Koenig is a switch hitter against a left-handed batter, so it's going to be a left-hander versus right-hander matchup. So it's not the same. So when they mean by same, it's lefty-lefty, righty-righty. Lefty versus lefty, righty versus righty. So it's and of course Martin Perez is not the reliever pitcher. So we move to the contact result of 3. And it asks us, is Mark Koenig a sad sack or utility batter? He is not, and that's going to be an RBI. And the 1927 Yankees lead this one really early, 2-0. And let's find out what the RBI result will be. And the decider die was not used, so it'll be a hit. And it looks like they brought home 1 run, so a 3 or a 4 would be good. So we're going to roll the decider die to determine the outcome here. I really would like to do this on rare occasions. So dot is a double, blank is a triple. So he'll get the RBI, a double and an RBI, and that's going to do it for the first inning here at Globe Life Field for Game 1 of this series, with the 1927 Yankees on top by a score of 2-0. We head to the bottom half of the first, and Marcus Semien will lead things off for the 2022 Texas Rangers. 2-3-4. Is Wade Hoyt is the pitcher not fresh? And again, 3 full fresh and 3 semi-fresh for both sides of the diamond. So we are going to say he is still fresh, and we will skip that question and then go to, is Marcus Semien a sad sack batter? No, he is not. That's going to be a men on base result, -1 for black die if control. And it looks like Marcus Semien is semi-active. However, the decider die says he is not. And he is usually a fast runner. So I think, just to play it safe, I think we're going to put the runners on first and second. And we'll have to roll the decider die again. And it will be back-to-back walks for Marcus Semien to begin this ball game. off of my homebrew optional men on base narrative chart. And stepping up to the plate is Corey Seager as he smells blood, looking to tie the game up or potentially, or excuse me, looking to take the lead here for his team. And off of the men on base chart. And I read the black and blue dice as such of a 25. Iron fielder commits the error. Unfortunately, the Bambino, Babe Ruth, is not an iron fielder. So that is going to be a ground out to end the first inning here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. And your score after one inning of play is the 1927 Yankees 2 and the 2022 Rangers nothing. Here's Babe Ruth, or excuse me, not Babe Ruth. Here is Lou Gehrig to lead things off here in the top half of the second inning here at Globe Life Field. 3-4-6. So that way you guys can see. I do apologize for the glare. 3-4-6. Again, the pitcher is fresh. Is Lou Gehrig a hero batter? He is not a hero batter. So that's going to be a no runs result. However, with the possibility of a solo home run. Oh, man. He has the home run. Lou Gehrig does have the home run king quality. So that is going to be hit high, hit far, and not coming back. It is gone into the second deck of seats out there in deep left field in here at Globe Life Field. And the 1927 Yankees lead the 2022 Rangers by a score of 3-0. And they're making this ballpark look like old Yankee Stadium they've been used to playing at. Oh, me, oh, my. Oh, man. So that's going to do it for the second inning here the top half of the second here at Globe Life Field. We move to the bottom half of the second with the score of 3-0 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. 2-4-5. So that way you guys can see. There you go. 2-4-5. Is Wade Hoyt a struggler pitcher? He is not. Is Nathaniel Lowe a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So that's going to be a men on base result. -1 for black die, a flash of control. Wade Hoyt does have control. So that is going to be putting the runners at first and third. And the decider die was not used. Let me double check. Struggling, no. So yeah, it was not used. So Nathaniel Lowe will get 2 hits for his first 2 plate appearances of the game. That's a 2, and that is going to be a single. And a 3 is going to be a triple for Nate Lowe or Nathaniel Lowe. And that's going to bring up El Bombi Adolis Garcia. Does he have a big fly in him to hopefully tie this game up? Let's find out. 33, reading the black and blue dice as such. Scrapper hits single. Unfortunately for Adolis Garcia, he is not a scrapper. He is going to hit a triple, and 2 runs will score. And that's going to put the Rangers on the board. It's 3-2, still in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And we continue to roll off of the men on base chart. Here's Jonah Heim. 13. Fresh or relief pitcher gets the pop out. And again, we're still in the first 3 innings of the game. So Wade Hoyt is fresh. He will get the pop out. But the Rangers do get on the board, courtesy of the Adolis Garcia triple, as the Texas Rangers, or excuse me, as the 1927 Yankees still lead this game by a score of 3-2 as we head to the third inning here at Globe Life Field. Two-two-three is Martin Perez, an ace pitcher. No, he is not. Is Ben Pascal a utility batter? No, he is not. That's going to be an RBI question mark check. However, the decider die says no RBI, and that's going to be a no runs result of 2 blank to end the top half of the third inning. We head to the bottom half of the third with the score 3-2 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. Here is Leody Taveras to lead things off for the Rangers here in the bottom half of the third. 5-5-6. Is Hoyt a star pitcher? No, he is not. Is Leody Taveras a hero batter? No, he is not. That's going to be a no runs result. However, with the there is a possibility for a solo home run check. However, Leody Taveras does not have either slugger or home run king qualities. So that is going to be a no runs result of 6 dots, and that's going to end the third inning altogether. But the 1927 Yankees hang on by a slim margin with a score of 3-2 going in to the fourth inning. Here's Ray Morehart. 4-5-5. Is Martin Perez a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Morehart a utility batter? He is not. That's going to be a men on base result. -1 for black die of flash or control. Martin Perez does have flash, but the decider die says no control. So that is going to be reduced. This black die 4 will be reduced to a black die 3. And we're going to put the runners on first and second. And we're going to re-roll the decider die to determine the outcome off of my homebrew optional men on base narrative chart. Dot is going to be a back-to-back singles. Blank is going to be back-to-back walks. And of course, it comes up with dot. So Ray Morehart will get back-to-back singles over his 2 plate appearances. Julie Wera will now be the next batter up in the inning. And he will roll off of the men on base chart. Reading the black and blue dice as such of a 13. Fresh or relief pitcher. We are now in the semi-fresh innings, and it seems the decider die says that Martin Perez is still fresh, so it's going to be a pop out to end the fourth inning and keep the score right where it's at with a 3-2 lead for the 1927 Yankees. We head to the bottom half of the fourth, and Mitch Garver, former Twin, and I believe current Philly, is now up to bat here. I believe still current Philly, but correct me if I'm wrong. I may correct myself if I am, but I do believe that he is still with Philly, or if he was still with Texas. I'm not sure. Current Texas Ranger or current Philly, but correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. Anyway, 2-4-4 is Wade Hoyt an ace pitcher. He is a semi-ace. However, the decider die says no ace for you, Mr. Hoyt. Mitch Garver, are you a utility batter? You, sir, are not. So that's going to be a minimum base result, -1 for black die of control. And Wade Hoyt does have control, as I forgot to switch the progress bar to the bottom half of the fourth, but there we go. The runner will be placed on first base. It will be a drop third strike, and right there it is with Johnny Grabowski. His fielding rating is neutral. So catcher was able to corral the loose ball, and we're going to have to roll the decider die with dot as a strikeout pass ball, or blank is a strikeout and a throwing error via the catcher. It'll be a strikeout and a pass ball for Johnny Grabowski. Here comes Ezekiel Duran to bat on the men on base chart. 44, reading the black and blue dice as such. Wild pitcher allows the walk. Unfortunately for Mr. Hoyt, he is not a wild pitcher, so that is going to be a flyout to end the fourth inning here at Globe Life Field with your score of 3-2, still in favor of the 1927 Yankees. We head to the fifth, and Johnny Grabowski will lead it off here in the top half of the fifth. 366. Is Martin Perez a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Johnny Grabowski a utility batter? No, he is not. So that's going to be an RBI result, RBI question mark result, and the decider die says yes for an RBI, but look at this. The black die here is 6, and according to the rules of this game, if you roll a 6 and the decider die says dot, you, the batter, Johnny Grabowski, will score 2 RBIs, pushing the Yankees' lead to 5-2. And now, to determine if both RBIs came in the same at bat, we are going to roll the decider die with dot as a yes, blank is a no. They came in separate ABs. And they came on the same at bat. So another dot would be nice. Nope, it'll be a blank. So we're going to say error E6 as the shortstop booted the ball and it kicked out all the way to the fencing. It kicked out all the way to the fencing line into the shift. And, on the shortstop, error on the shortstop, Corey Seager, as it bounced all the way as he booted the ball, and it trickles all the way to the wall deep in left center field. And that's going to allow 2 runs to score. And this game is now 5-2 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. That's going to end the end of the top half of the fifth. We head to the bottom half by the score of 5-2 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. 2-2-3 for Bubba Thompson is Wade Hoyt an ace pitcher? He's a semi-ace. The decider die says he is not. So we ask Mr. Bubba Thompson, is he a utility batter? No, he is not. So that's going to be an RBI question mark result. We're going to have to re-roll the decider die since it was used for the semi-ace quality. And he will get an RBI. The black die is not a 6, so it'll be a normal 1 RBI. And let's find out what that RBI outcome is. An error occurred in the outfield, and it was by the center fielder. So E8 and an RBI for Bubba Thompson. And all of a sudden, the lead is cut in half. It's cut in down by 2 as we end the 5th inning and head to the 6th with the score of 1927 Yankees 5 and the 2022 Rangers 3. But first, before we get to it, let's see about that bullpen for the Texas Rangers. Are they active? They are. Is Martin Perez going to be removed from the game? No, he is not. So he'll be in. So Martin Perez will pitch one more inning here as we head to the 6th inning here at the stadium, facing off against Cedric Durst. 3.35. Is Perez a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Durst a champion batter? No, he is not. That is going to be a 3 blank, no runs result, and that's going to do it for the top half of the 6th. And what a way to go out as Martin Perez goes to the first base dugout, meets his manager, and he gives him a shake of the hand and says, hey, the bullpen will carry you here as long as we can continue to score some runs to hopefully get us back into this game. Job well done, but we will see and find out if Martin Perez will be able enough to get a decision. We head to the bottom half of the 6th. The score of 5-3 in favor of the 1927 Yankees, and Marcus Semien will be the batter. 1-2-5. Is the pitcher not fresh? We're in the semi-fresh innings. The decider die says he is not. So it's going to be a men on base result with a base running adjustment. And it looks like Marcus Semien is semi-active, and we will roll the decider die again. And he is active. So that this black die 2 will be reduced to a black die, will be increased to a black die 3. And you know what? The Rangers, they're getting a little bit greedy here. They want to score some runs. So they're going to put Marcus Semien at third. So a 3 and a 5 on my optional men on base narrative homebrew chart is going to be a 3 and a 5. It's going to be an official scorer's decision. The decider die needs to be rolled. So for this, a triple is a dot, and a blank is going to be a double and an error by a certain fielder. It'll be a triple for Marcus Semien, as the official scorer said to Marcus Semien, you have a triple. And now steps up Corey Seager up to the plate. In the black and blue dice is such of a 25. Iron fielder commits the error. Earl Combs is not an iron fielder, so that is going to be a ground out. And what a way to keep this game right where it's at with a score of 5-3 as we head to the 7th inning. But first, the Texas Rangers are going to bring in a new pitcher, and while that new pitcher takes his warm-up tosses, we will take a timeout. It looks like Jose Leclerc will be the new pitcher for the 2022 Texas Rangers, as he will be the bullpen hero and will be fresh for the remainder of this game. With that being said, we move to the top half of the 7th, and Mark Koenig will lead things off here in the top half of the 7th. 1-2-6. Is Leclerc a struggler or gilded pitcher? No, he is not. Is Mark Koenig a hero batter? He is a semi-hero. The decider die says he is not a hero. So that is going to be a no runs result with a possibility for a solo home run check. And unfortunately for Mark Koenig, he does not have home run king or slugger qualities. And it looks like it'll be a no runs result of 5 blank. But let me just double check. Yes, the decider die was used for the hero check. And Mark Koenig is going to get a result of 6 blank to head us to the stretch here at Globe Life Field here in Arlington, Texas, with the score of 5-3, still in favor of the 1927 Yankees here in Game 1 of this best of 5 game series. We're heading to the stretch, but before we get Nate Lowe's chance up at the dish, let's see if that bullpen for the Yankees is active. They are. And they're not. So they're putting faith in Hoyt to get through the 7th inning and hopefully the 8th inning as well. As we move to the bottom half of the 7th with the score 1927 Yankees 5 and the 2022 Rangers 3. 113. Is Hoyt a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Lowe a utility batter? No, he is not. That's going to be an RBI question mark result. However, the decider die says no RBI, Mr. Lowe. So it's going to be a no runs result of 1 dot to end the 7th inning here at Globe Life Field. Here's Babe Ruth to lead off the 8th inning against Jose Leclerc. 3-4-4. Is Leclerc a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Babe Ruth a sad sack batter? No, he is not. That's going to be a -1 for Black Die if -1 for Black Die if control, men on base result, and it looks like Leclerc does not have control, so that's going to put the runners on first and second, and Babe Ruth is going to collect back-to-back walks since the decider die was not used earlier on in this turn. Here's Lou Gehrig to lead off on the men on base chart. Black and blue dice of a 16. Good eye rolls again. Unfortunately, Lou Gehrig does not have a good eye, so that will be a strikeout to end the 8th inning for the 1927 Yankees. As we head to the bottom half of the 8th, your score remains 5-3 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And let's now check check to see if the bullpen is active for the 1927 Yankees. They are. And they are. Is the manager planning to take Hoyt out of this game right here, right now? He will. And he will. So with that being said, we will take a timeout as the 1927 Yankees make a pitching change, and we will take a quick timeout. I really dare myself to do this, but it is within a safe situation, so we'll see more. Will be the new pitcher out of the pen, the closer for the 1927 Yankees, and it looks like he will be going up against El Bombi, Adolis Garcia, to lead off the bottom half of the 8th here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. We got a 4-5-5. And I do apologize for the glare. I'm still working on lighting fixtures here for my setup. So anyway, 4-5-5. Is Wilsey a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Adolis Garcia a utility batter? No, he is not. That's going to be a men on base result, -1 for Black Die, a flash or control. And it looks like We'll See More does have control. So the black die, um, the black die, um, the black die 3 will be reduced to a black die, or excuse me, black die 4 will be reduced to a black die 3, and we're going to put the runners on first and second, and Adolis Garcia with the decider die not used. Let me check here. 4 by 5. Weapon no, utility no. So no, the decider die was not used. So it'll be back to back singles for Adolis, and we now head to the men on base chart, and Jonah Heim can try to put the Rangers into the lead. Here. Let's see what happens. Reading the black and blue dice is such of a 25. Iron fielder commits the error. Ben Pascal is not an iron fielder, so that is going to be a ground out, and that is going to end the 8th inning altogether. And we head to the 9th inning with a score of 5-3. Here in game 1 of this series, it's still anybody's game to win, but your score remains 5-3 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And the new batter will be the second baseman, Ray Morehart, I think it's next. Let me give a check after this roll. Yes, it is Ray Morehart. Forgot to swap the cards at the end of the 8th inning. But the roll is going to be a 2-3-5. Is Leclerc a star pitcher? He is a star pitcher, so that's going to be a no runs result of 5 blank, and that's going to end the top half of the 9th, keeping the score right where it's at for a possibility of a walk-off by the Texas Rangers here in the bottom half of the 9th. Leody Taveras will be the lucky contestant to face We'll See More to make that happen. 156. Is We'll See More an ace pitcher? He is, and that's going to be a no runs result of 6 dots, and that is your ball game, folks. The 1927 Yankees take game 1 of this series from the 2022 Texas Rangers and go up 1-0 as we get set for game 2 to happen later on today. And I'm promising you guys, this is going to be a really, really fun series to play out. So once again, your final score here in game 1 of this series is the 1927 Yankees 5 and the 2022 Texas Rangers 3.